What is up, you beautiful gamers? Well, no, today there's no introduction because there is no suitable verse in the game books that could fit such purpose. But nevertheless, you guys know how this goes. Today we're gonna talk about Hylea, her cult, worshippers, deeds, and interactions in the world of Eora. With that being said, who is Hylea? First, and before anything else, Hylea is the goddess of birds and the sky. But she values life and the beauty of it more than anything. This is why she is revered in song and in art, and precisely that is why in song, art and poetry, the sky, the wind and nature play a huge, important role in the artistic representations of many cultures in Eora. The wind. Who shall hear the voice of the wind? Its beauty, resplendent, unseen, intangible. Its tongue whispers the oath, I move, I carry, always will I fly, and always will I change, for nothing is permanent, nothing escapes my grasp. Who shall call the hearts of the wind? It travels swiftly, fiercely, untouchable. Its fist howls the promise.
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Hylea doesn't believe in the autonomy of the Kith. That is why she is revered as well in motherhood. As she overprotects her creations, it would be likely that Hylea's priesthood were in battle protecting their comrades, healing them and watching over their lives. But it is not the case. Priesthood of Hylea do not involve themselves in violence, and they are often mocked for such convictions. My mother lived every note of life's song. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. For this, my father scorned me and abandoned me. And for this very same fact, my town's midwife, an adherent of Hylea, raised me as her own. When I came of age, I learned that Hylea visits us on the screens of women in childbirth. And when a woman dies giving life to her child, her soul is carried away and reborn as an Avian attendant of Hylea's court. Throughout the miracle of the Queen of Birds, my mother has been with me, watching over me my whole life. I wear the fetish charms of the cloud singer, the bird I dreamt my mother became. My feathery trinkets look gaudy and unbecoming, but it is a signal fired to women in need that I am a trained midwife, blessed by Hylea and living every note of life's song. The Queen of Birds wills us to shepherd new life into the world, and not, as the other gods so often desire, to end it. A follower of Magran once mocked my fate, saying I worship paintbrushes and birds, piddling things beneath the gods. I do not resent the other gods and the brutal necessities that they must oversee, but it's not language, love, the arts, and creativity that which separates us from simple beasts. Hylea allows us to rise above our savage, feral selves. I am often amused that, upon seeing our holy apiaries, visitors frequently ask, "This is nice, but where is the real Temple of Hylea?" Perhaps they think hallowed ground requires oppressive storyworks and ceilings that hide the skies. They do not realize the Bird Queen stands not on ceremony. She makes herself manifest in the music of birds and in beauty of ubiquitous open sky. There are some special Kith in Eora that have special physical attributes that resemble that of the god which gave them their blessing. One of such Kith is Pallegina, a Hylea's godlike. While she was in her mother's entrails, her unusual body attributes caused tremendous pain and bleeding in her mother. She was a daughter of a couple of Kith in a small fishing village. Strangling godlikes in Eora is a common practice, since common and less cultured folk believe that bad omens befall them by giving birth to these childs. And so, it is seen more as of a curse than a blessing, but this entirely depends on the perception of the world of specific cultures in Eora. Pallegina was not throttled in her birth, but her life was full of hardships, since the wounds her body caused to her mother prevented her from ever bearing any more children and causing the hate of her father. One day, the Brotherhood of the Five Sons was dispatched to Pallegina's village to eradicate a pirate infestation that was plaguing the land. Her father saw an opportunity and offered her as a recruit in exchange for taxes, and she was accepted among the ranks as a recruit. Her life was full of prejudice, sexism, and racism, to the point that led her to have suicidal thoughts, until her friend Giacomo somehow managed to get rid of the most of her godlike features, bolstering new confidence in her. Nevertheless, Pallegina has never stopped hating the gods. While Hylea is a goddess that values life, she is still a kith creation with imperfections. Most of the gods in Eora are arrogant and full of hubris. In Pillars of Eternity, the Watcher at some point is tasked with the quest of slaying a sky dragon that placed its nest in the Temple of Hylea, an ancient Engwithan structure built to play call to the goddess. Due to the dragon intervention, Hylea's priests can no longer pay their call to her. The outcomes of such a task vary in different ways. If the Watcher chooses to slay the dragon, Hylea is pleased, since people can revere her once again. However, the dragon can be left alive, and Hylea, convinced that the dragon is a living creature, and slaying it would rid of the world of its beauty. Hylea understands that all living creatures should have the right to live in Eora, and while those are not the only outcomes to gain Hylea's blessing, they do demonstrate how volatile gods can be with their thoughts. How easily can they be convinced and swayed to maintain their personal ideas. A god must be revered by its cult, and transgression of the practice must be punished with blood, even that of the goddesses of life. Hylea prefers the worship of 2 children singing over 1,000 petitioners silently praying. They ask so little of us, and yet so much. We are charged to live every note of life's song. It surprises me how many fail to embrace the divine calling. With that being said, you beautiful gamers, like always, that would be all for today's video. Do let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this series? Would you like to see some more lore about this once we finish with the gods? I want to hear your thoughts on it. With that being said, I'll see you beautiful gamers. Don't you ever forget that each and every single one of you are beautiful people. I'll see you later.